The candle-maker's secret she. Close your eyes now, and listen. Let me take you far, far away, to a quiet little village tucked between snow-tipped pines and sleepy hills, where the days are short, the nights are long, and dreams are lit not by stars, but by candles. The village is called Frosthollow, and in the heart of Frosthollow, right where the cobbled road curls like a sleepy cat's tail, sits a crooked little cottage with crooked little windows, and a crooked little chimney that always smells of beeswax and cinnamon. That's where old Maya lives, the candle maker. No one remembers when she came to the village, not even the village elders with hair like fresh snow and stories as old as oak trees. But every winter, without fail, when the wind begins to whisper through the pine trees and the frost climbs up window panes in curling silver vines, old Maya begins her work. She makes the dream candles. They're not like ordinary candles, you see. These don't simply glow. They flicker in soft pinks and blues, and sometimes even hum lullabies only the sleepy-hearted can hear. Some say the candlelight shows you forgotten dreams. Others say it carries whispers from loved ones long gone. And every home in Frosthollow receives one. Just one, for the longest night of the year, the Winter Moon Festival. Now, the secret to these magical candles lies in a special kind of wax, dream wax. It's not made from ordinary bees. No, no. Dream wax is harvested from the moonbees, shy, silvery little creatures that only come out on the coldest, quietest nights. Their wings shimmer like icicles in moonlight, and they hum like soft violins when they fly. They live deep in the glade, where frost flowers grow, and only Maya knows where to find them. Or knew, because one winter something changed. It was the eve before the Winter Moon Festival. The village was covered in snow, thick and soft like whipped cream on honey cake. Children chased snowflakes, elders warmed their hands by hearths, and everyone waited for Maya's candles to arrive. But this year, the cottage stayed dark. The chimney was still. No candles appeared on doorsteps. And Maya, she was gone. Well, not gone exactly. She was inside, but she wasn't smiling. And there was no scent of cinnamon or wax. You see, the dream wax had been stolen. Someone or something had crept into the glade and scattered the moonbees. Their hive was empty. Their song was silent. The candle maker had nothing to give, and so the dreams that year were cold. That night, as the village slept restlessly, someone knocked on Maya's door. Tap, tap, tap. It was a child, small, quiet, with a scarf too big and boots too small. Her name was Leva. She was known for sleepwalking in the snow, but this time she was fully awake. And beside her, purring and puffed like a snowball, sat a cat, white, fluffy, and talking. "You're late," the cat said. "I told you, we must find the bees tonight." Leva yawned. "I was brushing my teeth." My eye blinked, squinting over her spectacles. Did the cat just speak?" The cat blinked back. "Yes, and I don't like repeating myself, so let's go." Thus began their quiet journey. 3 figures beneath the moon, an old woman with a lantern, a small child with a scarf trailing behind her, and a fat, talkative cat who kept complaining about snow in his paws. They passed the frozen well, the silent windmill, the sleeping orchard. They entered the glade. It was silent, too silent. Where once there were thousands of tiny glimmers, the shimmer of moonbee wings, now there was only stillness. But Maya knelt, gently brushing snow from the earth. "Look," she whispered. "Tiny footprints, but not bee prints, boot prints. And beside them, wax drippings, glittering silver white." "They've been taken," Maya said. Her voice didn't tremble, but her hands did. "Someone has gathered them, for themselves." "Who'd steal bees?" Leva asked, rubbing her nose. "The same kind of person who steals dreams," the cat muttered. "Come, I can still smell candle smoke on the wind. They followed the trail, a winding, winding path through the woods, beneath archways of frost-laced branches, over bridges of frozen creek water, until they reached an old stone cave tucked in the roots of the mountain of rest. Inside, a flicker, not firelight, candlelight. They crept in. There, among ancient stone and old mining carts, stood a figure in a cloak stitched with stars. He wasn't frightening. Exactly. Just lonely. His name was Brother Ellen, once a monk from the monastery on the northern cliffs. Long ago, he had been the one who recorded dreams in ink and parchment, writing the nightly visions of villagers into the great book of slumber. But when the book was closed and the monastery abandoned, Ellen remained. And he missed the dreams. He missed the warmth, the colors, the voices. So he had followed the moonbees, gathered the wax, tried to make candles himself, but something was wrong. His candles didn't hum. They hissed. They flickered shadows, not light. They showed fears, not dreams. I only wanted to remember what it felt like, Ellen whispered, staring at the pale flames. To dream again. Maya stepped forward. Her voice was soft but certain. You cannot take dreams from others and make them your own. Ellen looked down. I didn't mean harm. I know, she said. But the bees must return. The wax must be shared. Dreams are not treasures to hoard. They're gifts to give. There was silence, then a tiny buzz. Another, then another. The moonbees were returning, slowly, cautiously, drawn to Maya's lantern, and to the warm hush of forgiveness that now hung in the cave. Ellen stepped aside. Take them home. Maya touched his shoulder gently. Come with us. You'll help me pour the wax this year? Every hand is welcome in the making of dreams. And so they returned. To the crooked cottage. To the crooked chimney. To the pots of melted wax and bundles of wicks. They worked in silence, with soft music humming from the cat's purr, and moonbees drifting gently around them like sleepy stars. They poured. They cooled. They carved tiny runes into the wax, ancient symbols for peace, warmth, and sweet slumber. And when the last candle was placed in its wooden box, Maya smiled. The night was still young. The candles were delivered, one by one, placed on doorsteps, nestled into snowy nooks, waiting for bedtime. And when the village lights dimmed, and the candles were lit, the dreams returned. Whispers of forests, songs of the sea, warm memories of laughter and firelight. Children slept soundly. Elders smiled in their sleep. Even the wind seemed to hush in awe. As for Brother Ellen, he stayed, not as a thief of dreams, but as their keeper. Each year, he and Maya worked side by side, and Leva, the sleepy wanderer, became their apprentice. The cat, named Porridge, by popular vote, mostly napped, but occasionally offered advice. And the dream candles never missed a year again. So if you ever find yourself in a snowy village, where the nights are long and candles glow with a light too soft for fire, close your eyes and listen. You just might hear the hum of moonbees and the whisper of dreams being poured into wax. The end.